All right. All right. If you are looking at my screen right now, you will see that I've pulled up Annie Idibia's Instagram page. Before now, when Tuface said, I'm not doing again, I said what I said and went ahead and married Natasha. Annie changed her handle to Annie Macaulay. As soon as this Basbos shows up to Daddy Freeze did his thing, everybody is talking about it. Annie went back and changed her handle back to Annie Idibia 1. Abby, am I right with that information? Is that what happened?
All right, Uncle Ben.
Okay, thank you, Mama. So she changed it back to Annie Idibia 1. Those of us who are lovers of Igbo people, because I don't care whatever you people have going on in Nigeria, we are in Igbo. We are 5 and 6 for life. We know what it means when somebody write their name and they add 1. For instance, my title is Chief Omengboji 1 of Austin, Texas.
It means the original.
Thank you, Mama. My title is Chief Omengboji 1 of Austin, Texas. So Annie Idibia changed her handle to Annie Idibia 1. That is not where I'm going. Now, Annie started dropping post upon post upon post. This one right here is a post that shows the 2 beautiful girls, amazing young girls that Annie has with Tuface. I think I've forgotten the name of these young girls now. I think one, Abby, what are their name again? One is Isabel,
Olivia and something.
Isabel, right?
Olivia
and the other one is Olivia. Okay,
yep.
okay. 2 beautiful girls. I can't even believe that these girls have grown like this. I don't know what they are feeding children nowadays. Bam!
Remember when they were small?
You know, you born them yesterday, you close your eye, you open it, they don't talk past you. So Annie started dropping posts. This is the latest one with her girls, with smiles and everything. Now, I want to give credit to Tuface as well as Annie for raising these girls, okay? But that is not where I'm going. Look at the second post from Annie. No, not even this one. Let me show you. Here, Abby, I'm going to leave you to explain this poster to me. But here, Annie dropped this and she just had this dark love emoji. I've told you guys that Annie has been trolling Tuface and Natasha ever since their Gbasgbos started. Now, if you ask me, I'm in love with it. I like that she's doing it. Okay, fine. Annie is a very lucky woman. When you go down DRGS lane, it's very difficult to come back. But thank God to the support system that she got, people like Tuke Makiwa, as well as many other people that stood by her, Regina Daniel and the likes. Tuface left Annie at the lowest moment of her life. That is not what I would recommend for any man to do. Just when her drug issue heated up and people are dragging and all of that, that is when Tuface also came out and said, Annie and I are no more together again. And then people are like, wait, what? What are you saying? And then the next thing he drop another video and say, I said what I said. And if you look at his body language again, it seems like somebody put him up to that. That was a very, very bad timing for Tuface to do that. But people rose up, you know. Annie has this amazing support system. They helped Annie. She went into rehab. She came back and she's glowing right now. I won't lie to you. Annie is glowing. Okay. But when Annie dropped this post, she dropped this one 3 days ago. Chilling and relaxing. Abby, before I move on, help me explain this posture. She's saying a lot of things with this posture. Can you help me, Abby, please?
Uncle Ben, I can't help you because I don't know what we already discussed this. I'm not on the same page with you, sir.
You can't.
That pose is saying, you know what? I'm just living my life chilling.
Living her life. You're just looking at things that are not there. we cannot
That's
analyze.
not what Uncle Ben wants to hear. Uncle Ben
I know
wants
what he
to
wants,
hear.
and don't give it to him, Abby. Let him
I know
analyze.
what Uncle Ben wants to hear, but Uncle Ben, let's put this into context, right? Forget Annie, me that you know. Eh? Would you want me to not come out with my best self on social media
Thank you.
if my man is moving mad? Like,
Thank
let's say I come and tell you that Uncle Ben, I had heartbreak now, and you're not hearing that 1 year later I'm still disappearing from social media. Wouldn't you be like, Abby girl, put your best
Get
foot
together.
out? You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get
but
yourself together.
For
You would say
me,
to put
Yes,
yourself.
I know. Send.
You would
For
even
me,
encourage her to wash her face, put on some makeup, to pepper him, just do this type of pose. That's what you even be telling us.
luckily, she's actually even she looks better. See this same black that Annie
You're
is wearing.
looking
She looks
fine,
amazing.
The
man.
same black
Looking
that Annie is
beautiful.
wearing is the same black
Oh,
that
she looks
what's her
amazing.
name?
She's
She's
got
looking
amazing body.
And
I know, right?
never looks good in it. So Uncle Ben, I don't know what you want to hear, please.
I don't know what you want to say. Leave that one, man. Just move on to
Pepper
another
them.
thing. We can't help you here.
As for the emoji, Uncle Ben, that emoji does not mean anything because with social media language, I mean that black emoji actually means grief and sorrow. But the way social media works and emojis, people use emojis based off of the color of what they're wearing and all of that. So it doesn't really mean anything.
Where is Durban?
Durban.
That's in
Yeah.
That's
South Africa.
SA.
That's
She's
South
SA.
Africa.
She's
SA.
SA.
Yeah,
So
she's just
Abby,
in SA because of the show that she's going to film, the young and
Oh, is she back in
what's
SA
that?
then?
What's that show? What's that show she
Young,
was on?
rich, and famous.
Yes, that's the show. Yeah, so she's there for the filming of that. So she's there. She's in
Really?
South Africa. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's there for-
all right, let's move on. This black this black love tells a lot about how Annie is shading Tuface.
Uncle Ben does not tell
Now,
you.
But I think
Annie,
you're
Abby
reading
just
into
explained
it what
it
is
to
not.
you.
To you now.
let's take
Abby
it one
just
at a
explained
time.
it to you. She just explained it to you.
I reject Abby's explanation.
Uncle
Abby
Ben, you
don't want
cannot
to-
reject it because you're not the person that knows about Instagram.
Exactly. You're not in town.
On Instagram, those emojis are used according to what people are wearing. So if I'm wearing a pink dress, I'll look for pink hearts. That's how it works. And quite frankly, I remember when iPhone was increasing the colored hearts, the number of colored hearts we had, that was one of the conversations that they had at the Apple what they call that conference that Apple does when they are releasing their new product. I think it's called Apple event or something like that.
Yeah, where they
So
release
then
it.
don't bring another reason that does not exist, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I think her name has always been Annie Idibia. A lot of her assets that she would have acquired in the later part of her life would be under Annie Idibia. Annie Idibia has always been her username, but maybe she's putting in a different like title or whatever. And she can post whatever she wants. She's both Annie Macaulay and Annie Idibia. And maybe the number one was, like you said, she's the first Idibia woman.
I'm hearing a background noise.
That's a thing, but I don't think she's calling back to Tuface. I think they still have to co-parent, regardless of whatever is going on in their personal life. So yeah, the kids are just as much hers as they are his, and so they will still have to deal with each other. That, like I was saying before, their divorce isn't even finalized yet, so they're still going to be interacting with one another, even if it's just through lawyers at the moment, and so I don't see any reason. But I just like her I know send pose. She's trying to pepper them. I think it's just so tiny thing. Tuface deserves a hell of a lot more backlash from Annie than I know send them pose or a pepper them. He deserves a whole lot more from her. And he should be thanking his lucky stars that she's not, that the situation wasn't reversed, in which maybe and that he's not getting a whole lot more from Annie. But I think Annie's doing her thing. I'm glad that she got her rehab. She's clean now, I hope, and she's not going to relapse into DRGS use again. I hope it stays that way. But Tuface has to go through that same rehab. There's nothing else we can say.
All right.
And if you really love Tuface, get in touch with him and recommend it to him.
All right. Thank you, Lady G. Now, let me continue the other angle I'm bringing in. I just can't overlook the fact that Annie is shading Tuface like mad right now. But let me move on to why I'm bringing all this.
My mother's love.
So Annie is posting, doing her thing. This is another one, but she shared this one. Is it 8 weeks ago or something? Well, that's fine. What I want to ask is this, based on the angle I'm coming from. We are looking for a way to rescue Tuface. Make una never fight me for waiting I want to talk. I think Annie is the one that can rescue Tuface right now.
I see, Ben. You don't want to live long.
Oh my gosh, you're
see
triggering
you-
me. You're triggering
Oh
me.
no! Oh, Uncle Benno, don't. Do you want to re-traumatize this woman again? Please.
Why would you say that, UB? She
Please,
just got herself together.
Uncle, no.
Let someone else be the savior. No, it's not Annie.
Sisters, y'all won't even let me land.
You're not even thinking about Annie's mental health. Why would you say that?
I beg, I actually took excuse from you guys before I say it. Oh, I know you're gonna fight. Oh, but let's be frank.
No.
As it is right now, the one person I think can save Tuface Idibia is Annie. I'm going somewhere with this. Natasha is an honorable, a very strong lady. I don't think anybody will dare try to intervene, because as a honorable in Nigeria, where people abuse their power, Natasha can get anybody arrested and lock up and nothing will happen. But the one person that has the legal right, in my opinion, and I'm going by what Sister Natu drop. You know, say Sister Natu, it be like Sister Natu, no one do me bad boast today, so she's following my story. Sister Natu says divorce has not been finalized. All her documents are in Annie Idibia. Annie is still legally married to Tuface.
Ben, let me just save you some breath. I don't mean to be rude. Let me just save you.
Sense.
Let me save you some saliva.
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are talking about Nigeria, Ben. If this was America, London, the land of the civilized, yeah, I said it and I'm not taking it back. If it was in those countries, yes, not in Nigeria. Wealth, money, and status supersedes any legalities. So yes, what you're saying, it makes sense. But Ben, be honest. Just be honest. You really think that her legally being married is going to carry any weight in the face of this so-called elite?
It carries a lot of weight.
In Nigeria.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh
you're not making sense. You know why I say that?
Now for you, but now for you. The same
doesn't make sense.
Sister Rose, don't vex.
Why is it always a woman's job to clean up a grown man's mess?
Thank you, my sister.
Got himself in this mess. Why is it Annie's responsibility to be his Messiah?
Jesus, Abi.
Okay, let me explain it further.
I don't think there's anything to explain, but go on.
Who is the father of Annie's children?
He has 3 babies.
How does that mean anything? People have children with people. So my son's father. I should be responsible for him. You're joking.
Chucky, come here. Come and bail me out.
Because I have a child. I have children.
Can I say something, please?
Chucky, please come and bail me out. Okay, Abby, let me hear you. Before I continue, let me hear you, Abby.
You know what's crazy? Yesterday on my show, I did say, what did I say? My conclusion on Tuface's matter is that I don't want him to go back to anybody. First things first, my stance. I do think that regardless of how annoyed we are at Tuface, regardless of his shortcomings, he does not deserve to die. And whether it's through overdose, whether it's domestic violence, I think that we need to keep the same energy across the board, man or woman. Yes, Tuface is annoying. Yes, more than anything, everybody knows I'm Team Annie, but this is not about Annie. However, I do think that we are forgetting things. All of the Stockholm syndrome and all of the things that we're talking about also apply to men, not just women. So expecting him to wake up in the morning and say, I'm leaving, is not that straightforward. Because first of all, we have to also remember that addiction is actually a sickness. Yes, a sickness that you cause yourself, but it is a sickness, right? It's the same way because you're an overdrinker and you're an alcoholic and you have a liver problem, kidney problem. I mean, you've caused it for yourself, but you're sick. And now when you're sick, you need help, right? So that's why I think that we need to keep the same energy across the board because DV is allegedly involved, and we know what happens with DV. So I
Allegedly
think
involved
that
with what? Wait. DV allegedly involved
allegedly
between Annie and Tuface.
between Tuface and Natasha.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
DVs, yeah. Sorry, because I did not say what I wanted to say earlier before because I was letting ladies talk. So I wanted to address that between I think it was Sis Janet that said that. So I think we just need to also understand that we are at a point where all of this blame that we put on Two-Face, we've already spoken about it. This show is specifically for solutions moving forward.
There's no
We've
solution.
we've already said Two-Face is mad. We know. We've already said Two-Face is stupid. You know, all ladies on the platform know me. You people know that I came for Two-Face. You know, for the fact that Abby came for Two-Face. So it's not about that. It's the fact that we have passed that stage now. He's mad. Does it mean that he should pass? Does it mean that he should die? No.
No, I don't agree with what you're saying, Abby, at all. But let you finish.
Okay, 1 second. So because he's mad, because he did this to Annie, because he's a womanizer, because he's done all of these things, blah 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 blah. The women are also not children and also have some responsibility. You chose to stay with a man. For instance, someone like Annie now, where they went back and forth and were having babies with you, having babies with another woman. You have responsibility too. For whatever reason, whether it's fame, whether it's love, whether Two-Face is good in bed, whether he's toxic, they chose to stay. It is still a two-way street, right? Now, to answer the actual question about Annie, truthfully, right? Outside of the only problem is that we don't want to put Annie in a situation where Annie ends up going back to a toxic situation. She seems to be doing well, but then again, I'm going to tell everybody for free here that because Annie is posting picture smiling, if I show you the picture that I posted the day I found out my ex was marrying somebody else, you will not believe that I was crying in that I was crying between the pictures. It was a picture for a brand, so I had to be cleaning tears because I've collected money. My point is, social media is set up that way because Annie is smiling does not mean that she's happy about her breakup with Two-Face. After all, a video has started to resurface where she's saying that she would fight for him. She will never leave him no matter what. It shows even the fact that she went to go and change her name back. Someone called you Annie. Annie Macaulay and I are not together. Since when did Annie become Annie Macaulay? This girl has been Annie Idibia for the longest. She changed her name to Annie Macaulay. And yes, you're right. The username is not changeable when you're verified. You cannot change your username when you're verified on Instagram. So it means she changed her major name, not her username, because she can't change it. Anyway, having said that, I believe, Uncle Ben, between me and you, as much as I would not recommend, I believe that Annie is the only woman that Natasha will be scared of. I believe that Annie is the only woman that most women believe will be that where Two-Face is concerned. It doesn't mean let me land. It doesn't mean yes, Uncle Ben.
No. I'm saying honey babe should hold on. I want you to land.
Does it mean that Annie should jeopardize her peace, her happiness, or her joy? But I understand Uncle Ben's angle. She's the only person that can actually change Natasha away from that angle. However, Two-Face has a mother and Two-Face has family members. They should help him too. That's what I'm going to say.
Thank you. Before I go to honey babe real quick, I also want to appreciate my sister Toby and Tribe because I believe some people are actually getting what I'm pointing at here. Toby and Tribe said one thing about Annie though, if Two-Face lands in hospital today, Annie will be by his side 100. I swear.
But if the case were it, but would that be the same thing if the case were the reverse?
It might not be.
Let's focus.
Was not there when Annie was in hospital.
I think it's very important that as these panelists, we need to focus on the issue at hand. It's not versus feminism that we're talking about here. We're talking about the facts of how their what's the word? Their circle. The fact of how things work in their home. We know the role that Annie plays. Me, I love Annie. Ideally, I don't want her to go back. But do you know the only competition any woman close to Two-Face will ever have is Annie? Even Two-Face that is mad about this thing, Two-Face that wants to say Annie Macaulay or whatever, that Annie is still his weakness. So I get Uncle Ben's point. She's the only one that can come and say, Natasha, get out. And it is possible.
Okay.
True.
But
You think Natasha will bow down to Annie?
Of course she will.
oh, she will. She will.
Of course she will. Yeah, of course she will, UB. Of course she will.
See, I'm telling you, she will.
Of course she will.
If Annie do a 360.
What can Annie do? What can Annie do? Please.
It's not physical.
What can Annie do?
Honey, babe,
Honey,
let me
babe,
hear
it's
you.
not
Hear
physical,
your
it's
thinking,
emotional intimidation.
Okay.
for us to move on, let me hear Honey babe's angle.
My
Then
thing is this, yeah. We hear every day where you have emotional or physical abuse, where the parties have separated. So I'm asking the question, if you're in a situation where you part ways because of whatever, toxicity, abuse, emotional or violence, and the one of the party has very similar issues to Tuface, addiction, you will now be asking the woman to now go back and now rescue her husband when she barely escaped with her life. Let me finish, UB. Where she barely escaped with her life. Annie was at rock bottom. I'm not talking about emotions in regards to my feelings towards Tuface. And you now want to jeopardize her mental health. And she looks good. You could be right, Abby, in between the social media, because social media is escapism. It is for a lot of us. We're going through stuff. We post stuff. 2 seconds after we post, we're probably depressed in our bed. I get it. But what I'm trying to say, why would you put Annie in harm's way? She was at rock bottom and this man left her and did not look back. She's just getting herself back together. And the only solution everyone is saying is to now put Annie that is just come. Remember, she's come out of rehab, yeah? And you now want to put her in the same situation where this man has proximity to drugs, where she can easily be in that space. And next thing you know, she's now off the wagon and she's now doing it with him. Why would you put her in danger? So I don't understand why the only solution is Annie. Why is it Annie? Again, this is when you don't have resources, when you don't have campaigns to direct you that you can get help without a wife or anything. This is the problem we have. So the only solution you're telling me is Annie. Are you for real? Where this woman is going through her own demons, has just come out of rehab, and you want to fling her back into the lion's den. Make it make sense to me.
Okay. So, honey, babe,
she has a mother. He has a mother. She has a mother. He has whatever. He has a family. Annie is not the savior of the world. And unfortunately, when you decide to leave someone, it's done. Let him find someone else, or let there be other resources. I know there's nothing in Nigeria, but what are we supposed to do? That's the way that Nigeria is built. But there's other ways, there's other resources. If Nigeria worked, that he can be able to get access to. That doesn't mean that Annie needs to be involved. I think that there's a real safeguarding and a real danger that if Annie gets involved with him again, she may not make it out alive.
Okay. Thank you, honey babe. So you are against. Hold on, please. So, honey babe, in a nutshell, your take is Annie saving him is a no-no, right?
Why would she? They would
just say yes or no, honey babe.
No, because you're basically asking a DV victim to go back to their. I don't understand that. I'm not
saying go back. I am not saying he should go and rekindle or start relationship with Tuface. We are talking about saving somebody.
No, we say this.
No, right? So that we can move on.
No, all right. Because the reason
All right. Honey, babe, you drop your point already. Thank you.
The reason I say that is that, when you have toxic relationships, we say to whoever is the victim, stay away. Don't allow them to come near you, because you don't want to be pulled back into that toxic relationship. I'm not saying dating. I'm saying, remember, she had rehab for drugs. Allegedly, he's using, and the new wife or whatever. So she needs to be very careful in terms of the circle that she gets involved in, because it's like when you are an alcoholic, you have to be very, very careful the circle, because there's always going to be temptation.
Thank you.
That's what I'm thinking about, the addiction. In fact, she needs to be very careful. When you're an addict, you are always an addict. It's a daily battle every single day.
Your point is taken. We still have a lot of people in the studio. Now, Lady G, I'm coming to you, and then I will go to Sister Rose. I don't know if anybody still want to jump into this conversation, because this is about life. And even though it seems that maybe I'm playing, I'm not playing. It's because people often find themselves entangled in situations like this and they don't know what to do. So if we gather here, the purpose of doing many of these shows is to extract lessons. Some of the recommendation may not work, some may work, but it's to the benefit of people who might find themselves in situations like this in future. Okay, we are not fighting. All right, so I'm gonna go to Lady G, but before I go to Lady G, let me put this post up. Everybody, please pick up your keypad and answer this poll. This is actually poll number 3 for today. If your toxic ex, something is kicking the poll off. Abby, are you the one doing it?
Oh no, there's a new update on StreamYard that you have to edit the timer. Let me do it.
Oh, please.
I don't know why you said doing it. Where is it? If you're toxic ex, okay.
Okay.
You have to edit the timer too.
Let me,
annoying.
I just take up the timer now.
No, if you take it off from the bottom, you still show. You have to edit it within the poll, within the thing. It's annoying.
Yeah.
I found out last night.
It's crazy. I'm putting up the poll and it's just kicking it out. Okay.
I've removed it, sir. Go ahead. I've removed it.
You it, right?
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Thank you. Okay. So now here's the poll. If your toxic ex is about to pie and you can save him, will you save him? 1 for yes, 2 for no, 3 for undecided. Let us take this poll as we continue this conversation. Your toxic ex, you born for this ex, you have baby with this ex. It doesn't matter whether man or woman. Now they are in a precarious situation that they might end up losing their life. Remember, you have kids with this person, and you happen to be the person who can save them. Will you?
All of you that are my friends in the comment section saying no, mom of 5. Mom of 5, I'm cutting you off permanently.
You people are witchcraft.
We just don't tolerate rubbish. No. Nope.
I just saw two.
I even I'm gonna put more 2s. No way.
Let me finish the poll. Why are you people like this? So please, ladies and gentlemen, if your toxic ex is about to pie and you have the power to save that ex, will you save him or no? For those watching us for the first time, yes equals to 1, no is 2, and 3 is undecided. Let the vote keep on going. Now, I'm bringing that question back to you, Lady G, and the Sister Rose. Lady G, in this situation, Tuface may not happen in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Annie, to me, is in a better position to get Natasha to stop all this crappy shit she's doing with Tuface. Annie can fight that battle for him. What's your think, my sister?
Okay, sir. I would now pose the question to you: is what do you exactly?
Are you a Nigerian?
Sir.
Sister, are you Nigerian?
Sir,
I'm asking, are you a Nigerian?
I'm a Nigerian, sir.
No wonder you want to ask me question back when I
I would just want to ask what exactly do you want Annie to do?
Okay, you just explain how you see the way Honey Babe justify why she said no. I need you to also justify why you are saying no.
Because the planet is full of 8 billion other people who can help Tuface. It doesn't have to be Annie. Annie is dealing with her own stuff. She really is. And she's barely getting through it. Maybe she's putting on this really cool face on the internet, but I'm sure 20 years of that marriage has still got a toll on her. She has not completely healed herself. Annie can help Tuface by praying for him. Yes, she should pray for the father of her kids. Every single day she must pray for him, but she can pray from him from afar. She doesn't need to get involved in the nitty-gritty. And the thing is that I don't believe, why is it that we believe that somebody should save him? Tuface is more than capable of saving himself if he wants to save himself. He said he was looking for peace. You understand? It's just like you cannot. The whole idea of us thinking that he needs saving is removing his need for accountability. Is removing the requirement for him to stand up, put his bootstraps on, be the leader that men love to claim that they are, and actually lead his life into salvation. He should pray for himself. He should go and do what needs to be done for himself. Please leave Annie. You know, why should he go back to the scene of the crime, of a previous crime, and expect salvation there? He's 50 years old. You can't expect Annie that has suffered through whatever she is. I'm not saying Annie's perfect. Maybe she's got her own demons too. She's still saving herself right now. She doesn't have anything to do. What is she going to do other than to recommend go and get rehab? Or is she going to like have a one-to-one with Natasha? Sit down in the same room with Natasha and wag her finger at Natasha? Natasha, that is the kind of person that would beat Annie up in a second. The height difference alone between both of them, I think Annie will be scared of Natasha, because she'll be scared of Natasha. Like, man, you decided to walk into what I've been suffering to for 20 years. You must be made of a completely different metal than me. I don't think Annie will even want to mess with Natasha. For what? Why should Annie mess herself? That would be dirtying herself. That would be a downgrade for her to do that. Seriously, there's nothing she can do other than to pray for him from afar. And if she is going to help him, it has to be behind the scenes. It should never be something that is made public, because that will even ruin her own image. If Annie wants to help Tuface, do it on the sidelines. You can help with money. You can recommend good doctors for him. You can maybe, if it's a case of recommending a therapist or whatever, but to engage herself and infiltrate herself into his sordid affair, because I still see his relationship with Natasha as an affair, because he's not officially divorced from Annie yet. She getting involved in that is messing herself up. I do not recommend it for Annie. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. One thing I can take away from your response is at least you agree that Annie can help, and she can help from the side, not getting involved directly. That's what you said, right, Lady G?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Sister Rose. Sister Rose, can you help me walk through this without catching me in a corner all by myself?
Okay, what specifically? Because there's a couple of things you said. What specifically?
I want you to help me address this. Right now, from all indication, Annie Idibia is still in love with Tuface. Una no just one agree. She loved Tuface and Tuface loved her. Mm-hmm. The DRGS they were using is what finally put the nail on their coffin. And the fact that why Tuface is married to Annie, Tuface is already messing with Natasha. Natasha is the camel, or is the, what do you say that in, that broke the camel's back? The straw, right? Natasha is the straw that broke the camel's back. So I want you to tell me what you think. As it is right now, since we are looking for solutions on how to rescue Tuface, my thing is, if Annie should step in, Natasha will just take off.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Natasha.
Sorry, Sister Rose, hold on, please. For those that are watching the vertical live, I see you guys want to come into the studio. What happened is we have the main show on another show on this same channel. So I dropped the link to the main show. Click on the link and you will join us on the main show. When you get here, you can click on the StreamYard studio link to join us if you want to call in. Thank you. Go ahead, Sister Rose.
No, I don't believe it. Natasha looked like she will throw hands. And what I mean by that is she will fight. Now, maybe if Annie was Wari Pikin, Tonta Duko, those real Jaguda women who are ready, maybe, but not Annie. Annie will run. Annie is a cat. Emotional. Natasha don't care about your emotions. She's not, Annie is not. Natasha's not running on account of Annie. Trust me. I'll bet $1,000 on that. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, I do not. If Annie can be in love with him all she wants, if she want to go and save him, that's on her to her detriment. There are a lot of other people that can save him. He has his family. He has brothers and sisters. If the community is so concerned, they can do an intervention. And there's something I do agree with you. There is a situation where a person will be, and this is more in the area of substance abuse, where an abuser, a big problem with there's this song. I love this girl. I tried to go to rehab. I say no, no, no. It was a song that was really real. They really wanted her, but she would not go because.
Amy Winehouse.
Yes, thank you, Amy Winehouse. That was a real true story. They were trying to get her. If you know anything about addiction, addiction takes over you to the point where it supersedes all self-control, all determination. You have to fight for that. So in that area, I do agree that an intervention is necessary in the beginning. Because Honey Babe did make a point. You can take them there. They still go back and do the wrong thing. But when this person is uncontrollable, in the case of substance abuse, an intervention can be brought in where he's forcefully taken by his family. As far as relationship, he's a grown damn man. You can get out of it yourself. That one you can do for yourself. I don't think it's wise for Annie to go back. It's a letdown to herself. And then so he saves her, right? He saves her for him to stomp on her. He showed no loyalty to her. No. Let other people he can save himself as far as the relationship. If he is incapable, let every other person do it. I don't think Annie should do it. If Annie wants to go ahead and do it, go right ahead, but to her own detriment. And she has not, if in fact she is clean, she still needs a longer time. She can easily relapse because this is an emotional thing. So if she gets involved with him, she can relapse. And many times when you pick that stuff back up, it doesn't mean that you'll be able to put it down. And when you are unable to put it down, you are finished. And Tuface Idibia is not worth it. He needs saving, but let someone else do it. And besides, he was not grateful for all those years of loyalty and pain that Annie had to endure. That's my take.
Right. All right.
You know, Annie. You know, you said that you want Annie to step in and save it. She can recommend her rehab, the rehab that she went to, right?
Oh my God.
Abby.
See, I know people are probably not taking seriously, but I pray to the God Almighty that no bad thing shall come upon Tuface. As we are speaking right now, if you wake up tomorrow and you hear say his enemy is gone, I swear to you, people will not be saying most of the things they are saying now about how he behaved.
Of course.
But Ben, here is the thing.
I doubt it.
And here's the thing, Ben. Everyone is acting like it's other people's fault. He put himself in this. We're talking about he's been reckless, Ben. There's never been any accountability for himself, for the people around him. You're going from one woman to the next, having babies. Where is the self-reflection and the introspection to say, listen.
Actually, Sister Rose, he's been very clear about the fact that that's the life he believes in.
Okay.
The best part about Tuface is that Tuface is not like to women.
Huh?
Yeah.
So
he's made these choices.
And that's why I'm saying that Tuface has not lied to Annie.
Exactly.
You very clear that he likes. I'm not going to call it polygamy because for him, I don't think he ever wanted to marry two wives. Now we know the word to be polyamorous.
Yeah.
He's always he's
All
never
right.
had anybody. Just
All right.
But the thing is, in the same way that we was blaming Annie that she made a choice to stay with Tuface, in the same way you're acting like Tuface is a 2-year-old baby. This is the choices that he's made. Unfortunately, Natasha is very toxic, but he put himself in that situation. And by you saying that we should save him, you're basically saying that a full-grown adult cannot is not allowed or is not mature enough to make decisions. We need to respect people that made bad choices, and they need to take accountability for those bad choices. This is the autonomy you have when you are, you're an adult. And as much as we find what he's done distasteful, we respect consent and the fact that you are allowed to make choices, even though they're not in the best interest of yourself. And in regards to Tuface, he has put himself in this situation. So we need to stop acting like he is a minor or we're talking about a child. He's an adult.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and I think that where was all the help? Why was nobody saying, how can we help Annie? Nobody said, how can we help Regina? Nobody said, how can we help Natasha? Nobody said, how can we help these women? It's a man now that we're all saying, how can we help the legend?
That's not
Please, come on.
No, Lady G, that's not true.
He knows
that's not true. That has never happened in the history of the internet, that we're not looking for her to help and save women all the time.
No.
And that's the point of the conversation, is that we're always saving women, but we don't want to save men. I think that's the point of Uncle Ben's conversation.
No, I don't. UB has said
men.
it, but he's always been biased because he's many times mentioned in regards to Regina that she liked the life and there was some victim blaming.
Exactly.
You have not done this. Let me finish, Abby. Abby, let me finish, please. But when it comes to Tuface, there's no accountability for the type of person. It's that we should save and it should save. There's a bias in this. Because I know how you went after Regina.
First of all, this is the third show on Tuface. When you join a third show, it means that a couple of things have been addressed on the first and second show.
Exactly.
I already said that a couple minutes ago, that this particular show is about moving forward, what can be done to remove Tuface from this situation. Moving forward, what advice can we give to people that are not Tuface in this situation?
Exactly.
We've addressed these flaws. I did a show about it briefly so this is the fourth show actually, because I did a show on Recap Central. That's how it works. I don't know what else to say. And on
we're just not buying it.
On the Regina's issue as well, the same thing. Multiple shows, multiple angles.
We have to consider all of this.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Regina, she was groomed. Was Tuface groomed?
All right, let's move on.
It's totally different situations.
Let's move on. Like I've always said, the reason for doing all of this show is for people to learn. I may give recommendations, you can give yours. Anybody who find themselves in that situation, they can choose which option is best for them. I've told us what happened, what I observed in the case of Natasha and Tuface marriage. Natasha is the husband in that marriage. She's so powerful. She has a lot of influence over Tuface. And I've also said that Tuface himself is an instigator. I don't know if you guys heard me say that from the beginning. I am not sparing Tuface. What is happening to Tuface is karma. Honestly speaking, if Tuface had not gotten to the point where he's typing help and got deleted, and if I had not seen that video that he made, the video that I played after Daddy Freeze put him on blast, I wouldn't be that concerned, because on the previous show, I think yesterday, I mentioned it here, that Tuface deserves everything he's getting right now.
You were even shouting.
Right? You can go back and watch yesterday's show. It's under the political roundtable that I did. I said it yesterday that Tuface effed up. Tuface has broken so many hearts. The way Tuface treats all these ladies, no lady should be treated like that. And I was even speaking to the brothers yesterday when I said, like, look, I've always warned brothers, like, before you sleep with a lady, ask yourself, can I marry this lady? If you can't marry her, don't sleep with her, because most of this craziness we see going on is because people just see Bobby, they see Yash, they be like, oh, They dived in, and after you dived in, you can't tell what that will result to. I've said it. Tuface is reaping the karma of what he has done to so many girls. I mentioned it yesterday. I don't even know there was a girl before Annie. It was Tosin. Tosin did a show on it. Tosin digged it up that there was a girl. Tuface saw Annie, was fame, everything. Told me Tuface dropped that girl and cling to Annie. You know?
Okay, then, even
After
worse,
Annie,
he was with Annie first, was cheating on Annie with this girl, left Annie for this girl, and then went back to Annie again. Even worse.
See? So it's crazy. Tuface have shown a lot of ladies shaggy. I'm a man. I've said it multiple times here on this platform. Right now, where I am in my life, if you are my friend and you and I were in the same class, meaning you are married, you have kids, and you take care of your family the way I'm also doing. If I find out you are cheating on your wife, I will advise you to stop. If I find out you still continue, I'm distancing myself to you. I've always said that you shouldn't treat women anyhow. And yesterday I also said it. There are some women that once you enter their paradise, their soul is tied to yours. You don't know. If you lie to them, you tell them sweet things, and they open that paradise and you enter. And after you don't do front, do back, do everything, make her do Kama Sutra, or what did they call it? You know, be like, oh, more, I don't say another bit, I don't want her again. Some girls will not even shout, they no go talk. But the time where the karma go come, that's why you see a lot of men running from Babalawo to pastor, going here and there, saying, I can't explain what is happening. My business is just falling apart. Oh, my kid is sick. Sometimes it's because of some women you have hurt in the past. So Tuface deserves what's happening to Tuface. But do we hate him to that point that this guy is codedly screaming for help? And we should just say, hey, let him deal with it. Let him deal with it.
You're not getting what we're saying. You remember, I mean, like I said, I've been on anti-B shows. We've had situations. We've even gone to interventions. But if a woman, as much as you advise her, as much as you even get the resources, we've got solicitors, lawyers to help certain women, and they've still gone back to the abusers, what do you want us to do?
Now,
what do you want us to do, UB? As much as you're saying all of this, if he's not ready to leave, there's not much you can do. If he wants to stay in that toxic relationship, like many of the women that want anti-B show that we talk about, we advocate, and many situations, they still go back, even though we've got the resources. What do you want us to do?
Honey, babe, what people can do, one of the options is what we are discussing now. Annie, to me, so far so good. Knowing Nigeria for what Nigeria is, coupled with the fact that Natasha is a honorable, and Tuface is not somebody who is enjoying public support right now. He's in bondage. With everything that is going on, Annie Idibia is like the best bet. If we are to rescue Tuface.
She's not the best bet. So I'm going to have to push back, sir.
Okay.
She is not the best bet. The best bet is Tuface himself. That's the best bet.
He's under the influence.
Of what? Exactly. Of drugs. Yes, exactly. So he needs
cultist vagina.
He needs if for those of you who believe in juju, but I don't believe in juju, please go and find your nearest herbalist on Yelp, your nearest oracle or Ifa person that you know that it knows how to break all these juju spells. Recommend them to Tuface. Yeah, do that. Recommend him a therapist. Yeah, do that. Recommend him a place to go. Drag him by his ball sack.
He can't go because see, my sister.
Under bondage, yeah. Under bondage.
Annie is not the way. Leave Annie alone.
Leave Annie alone. So you want her to be in bondage as well. So if allegedly Natasha has put Tuface in bondage, you now want to bring someone else that she can now put in bondage as well. You want to put Annie in harm's way. when you've just mentioned that you believe that Tuface is in bondage, you now want to inflict that type of demonic stuff around her. Okay.
Ben, a thought came to my mind that contradicts what you're saying.
Okay.
The whole juju thing, I don't know. I'm neither here nor there with that. But there's something I observed. If she put a spell on him, why is she so clingy? Because all that esoteric magic and juju, as it's called, it keeps the person. But she follows him everywhere they go. There was some award they called him. She goes up there. Nobody called her. It's for him. They say everywhere he goes, she goes. Then there's another party. She's sitting behind him, holding on to him. Then she's looking at the camera woman like maybe the camera woman wants to steal her man. This is an ongoing thing. So it's like if it's a spell, I'm not saying that that's not possible. Why is she so clingy? So it makes me start
to most insecure. She's so insecure, so I don't see her as being juju. Someone that doesn't.
No, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell Ben. That I don't think
insecure.
it's that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's juju. She's just so in love. She's like she follows him around like a puppy dog, like literally clingy. She's enamored by that man. She wants him. She wants someone, and she's so insecure. She's scared that he looks at one woman, he's gone. That's how she. That doesn't give me the vibes of someone that has the potent juju working in her favor.
I just wanted to ask: Does juju work in the UK? Does juju work in the US, or is it just in Nigeria?
I started to bring that up.
If this situation was in the West, would you imply there was juju? I'm just asking.
Honey babe, are you not seeing when there's white people like even on high streets? Have you not seen high streets signs to come and get a love spell in London?
What?
In East
I
London.
I have a friend in university.
When you have time, go and search white magic something on YouTube. You see that.
I understand. I have a friend in university that I don't want to say it, but she was a white WITH. Yes, we even lived in dorms together. So I get exactly what you're saying. But what I'm saying to you is that everything comes down to juju, and it's not in every situation. I personally am very indifferent to it because I believe in the higher than higher, which is my God and Jesus. I don't believe in all this poppycock because I'm not going to give that thing power if we believe in the Bible, and I assume we all do.
Yeah.
But my issue is that why is it in situations like this, rather than call the man what he is, which is a fool, and he has issues, the first thing we say is that he's in a bottle.
He's in a bottle. Yeah.
Everyone's in a bottle. When something doesn't make sense, he's in a bottle. When something doesn't make sense, it's juju. It's boring.
Yeah, and the thing is that people I know that are into that sort of thing, they have a certain confidence about them. You know, they believe in whatever it is that they're doing. It's their belief system. I think if it was really juju, I think that Natasha wouldn't be so clingy. She'll be almost leading him with a leash in public, you know. But she's the one following him around, and I don't see juju as being the thing here. I just think that it's drugs that's the main deal here, and that's what he needs to get himself out of. He needs to wake up to the fact that he's an addict. He's a drugs addict. He's a sex addict. Yeah. And he has to own up to his addictions. He needs to face these demons. Let's stop blaming the women, because he is the common denominator from all these women. He is the one. He is the problem.
All right, thank you, Lady G.
Have contrary opinions about her being clingy.
Before you go, Abby, do me a favor. Who is this guy hanging out with Anne?
Swanky Jerry.
He's Swanky, my boy. Swanky.
Is he gay?
I cannot say Swanky.
They say he has a wife.
Why do you assume it? Just because?
Honey babe, hold on, honey babe. Abby.
I cannot say that Swanky is gay because he has not publicly said that he is gay.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. But of course, I'm going to say that he is. We can say he's queer. in the sense that he's different, he dresses a certain way, he hangs out a lot, he hangs out with a lot of queer people. So I don't think gay is the right word to use because it is very suggestive of what that means, but we can use the word queer.
It's a question. I just asked a question. Is
I
it
know what
G-A-Y?
you're thinking, but I'm just
why
saying
would
that
you assume
we
that just because of
cannot
the way he behaves?
we cannot
You say
say
what?
that because he hasn't.
I
You
said,
have
why
to
do you
come out.
assume that just because of the way he behaves?
Okay, I'll come back to that. Abby, finish what you're saying, please.
Yeah, so I think for the purpose of fairness and just being politically correct, maybe queer is a better word because gay is more suggestive when he hasn't come out himself to say he's gay. But I understand why you've asked that question, sir.
Okay, so Honey Babe, your question, Honey Babe.
I think my question is that why do you automatically assume that he is not heterosexual just because of the way that he's behaving in this video?
No, that is not why I ask.
Why did you ask?
Okay, let me explain. Thank God, you guys that are watching now, you are the one who tells me who the guy is. I don't know him. Are you getting my point now? I just saw Annie in a club. I saw a guy walking her down the stairways. I saw the guy hanging around her right there in the club. And because Annie kind of have this bangy body now. I'm a man, and every man knows what I'm talking about right now. Annie has this bangy body. It's gonna be hard for a guy to hang around her like this now that she's even more vulnerable, and you're not gonna be having ideas. So I was just jealous that who is this guy that is hanging out with our African queen. So I wanted to be sure that this guy, he's swingy to the other side so that my mind will calm down. That's why I asked if he's GAY. Do you get me now, Honey Babe?
Yeah, he's her close friend.
Yeah, they used to be in the Netflix program together.
Okay. Okay, so that's just why I asked.
Uncle Ben, he is her, Annie and Tubaba's stylist and long-term friend. So he's actually friends with both Annie and Tuface, technically.
Okay.
I wanted to say something about social media. Contrary to what everybody is saying about social media, I actually believe that Natasha is not clingy. I think that Natasha actually desires being known with Tuface and also desires is one of those things where even if you remember, Tuface's team and everybody, his friends and family are accusing her of post and delete. When he posts something, she deletes. Also accusing her of posting them. Baba is not known to post his love life, of which we can actually say that's true because when he was with Annie, he didn't post her either. He's known to post only artists that he supports and his work life. All of a sudden, he's posting Natasha a lot. That says a lot. I think that there's more of a desire for her to be known in industry, for her to be known to, attach herself to him in a sense more than she's clingy in quotes. That's my opinion on her.
Yeah, I think she wants to be the original African queen. Exactly. That she wants to be the original African queen.
That juju is not working because she's clingy.
Yes.
No, Natasha wants to be known on social media. If you calculate everything, even the rush to get pregnant and have his baby, I think she's really, really trying to be that woman.
That is so crazy. That having baby
That's
is
my
just
opinion.
crazy for me.
I think she's basically in competition with Annie, and that's all I say. She saw all I think that's all I say. She wants to be the original, like I said, African queen.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I actually said all of that when I started their segment, that from my point of view, I think Natasha is in competition with Annie. Everything she's doing, that is too much for me. But the thing is, if you are not into show business, you can never beat the people in that business. It's not possible. So, but just to start rounding this up, because Una no gree let me land my suggestion, but to start rounding this up, I'm still gonna trigger you guys one more time. I will say my mind. That's why when they call me coconut head, I don't care. If we all, how can I even corner you people very well now? First question: do we agree that Annie and Tuface, they are still legally married? Abby, yes or no?
They are. It's not about an agreement. They are.
Abby, okay, thank you. Sister Rose, do you agree or disagree? Annie and Rose, they are still legally married.
If that's what the papers say, then they are.
Thank you. Lady G, how about you? You agree?
Absolutely, and that's why I say that he shouldn't be marrying somebody else because he's not divorced yet.
Thank you. Honey babe, my fighter. Do you agree or you disagree, honey babe?
Yeah, but there was a time when you're divorcing, you're going to be legally married and until you do the paperwork. So yes.
So they are still legally married. Good.
I said yes.
Here is where I'm going now. Why would Annie show up like this when you are still legally married? See bead. If you look at her towards the down there, she has a bead. See her pink fingers. See her open. Abby, what's the name of this cloth? Is this crop top?
Yes.
Crop top, right?
Yes, crop top, sir. Yes.
Why would she present herself like this? Somebody make it make sense. If you are still legally married to a man, you are not supposed to come out like this. Yes, it's wrong.
Says who?
Says who? Is it
Says
your own
who?
rules? Is it your own rules in your house, UB?
Is she your wife, sir? She's not your wife. She can come out however she wants.
No, this is disrespectful when you are still married.
He left her for another woman. How is it disrespectful?
Okay, so her showing her crop is her belly button is disrespectful, but Tuface marrying another woman while she's still legally married is not disrespectful.
We condemn Tuface. We condemn Tuface. We're supposed to condemn Annie too. Why would you dress so sexy?
No, we're not gonna do that because we love it. She's body goals.
You continue.
She's body goals for us. Thank you.
Sister Natu, I hope you are not coming to this place to fight, oh.
Uncle Ben, I'm going, please. Good night, sir.
Abby, you are not going nowhere.
Abby, you're not going anywhere. Just stay where you are.
Because Sissy, Uncle Ben is doing what Peggy did to.
You just want to trying all the tricks in the book.
We're coloring in every little gap. We're gonna
your way. It's not working, sir. You've been at it 4.5 hours. It's not working tonight.
We're not gonna stand for that. No.
Okay. I am not doing any trick. I'm just trying to be honest. And I have to fight for brotherhood. Besides Tuface and Annie, there are many brothers out there now that they are separated. They are still legally married to their wife, and their wife is going to party and shaking hands up and down, dressing anyhow. That is not right.
So Annie should not wait. She should not shake Kunyash. She was dressing like this with Tuface. There's nothing she wasn't doing
when she was
like
with
this
Tuface.
with
Yeah.
Tuface.
I think you need to
According to Frederick Leonard, marriage is not bondage.
Okay, all right. Let's hear from Sister Natu. Sister Natu, first of all, I hope you are not coming to fight too. I hope you are coming to help me.
I'm coming to fight you. I've been avoiding entering this studio and you'll be triggering me till I entered. So you're playing double standard now. You say you're playing brotherhood.
Standard, Sister Natu. I'm just saying, I'm stating the obvious.
Wasn't she dressing like this when she was married to him?
She was married. Now that they are...
No, they are separated. They are legally separated. You be stop it. They are legally separated.
Legally separated, and which one is legally separated again? Is there anything like legally separated?
Legally separated is the thing between divorce and marriage. That's the process.
What makes it legal, please?
Well, because the paperwork for divorce, the paperwork for divorce is in place, and they know that they are separated. Everybody knows they're separated, so it's okay for him to be with another woman and impregnate another woman while he's still married, and for him to have another baby outside. Uncle Ben, really, Uncle Ben? Somebody put Uncle Ben on timeout, please.
He doesn't understand.
He's acting out.
He doesn't understand.
Have you not said?
I think so too. I was like, what is legally separated?
I don't understand. It's not to not carry me go where I don't understand now.
No, legally separated, it means that like they start processing divorce. They're not together. They're separated.
Do you want me to explain it to you since I'm the one that's been divorced? You go through because I don't think you understand. It's very simple. You're married. You go through the process of divorcing. You are legally separated. It takes in the UK between 7 to 8 months. Until then, you are legally married, but you're going through the process.
Oh my God. I'm done with
I don't understand that you guys don't understand legally separated. It's not hard. You can be married and still be in the process of getting a divorce. Until you get the decree absolute, which is what happens in the UK. Once you get that certificate, the marriage has been totally dissolved.
Honey
Okay.
babe.
Until then, you are legally married.
I'm sorry to break this to you, honey
What's the
babe.
difference between
Abi?
separation and legal separation? What's the difference in both?
Legally separated is just basically a terminology. It's not legally correct, but it's just basically an island between when you're married and when you're divorced.
So it's the same thing as separated.
It's separated, yeah. Legal, you can actually do, yeah. I didn't do that. You can actually, in your divorce, you can ask to be legally separated, where you are separated but you're legally married, and in terms of finances and property, or you can go the whole hog, where you are actually dissolving your marriage. Which
Hey,
is
Misty has come. Uncle Ben, good night.
Missy, come, Jade, and scatter this thing because I don't think you're getting what I'm saying.
You're on your own.
Abby, you can leave. Abby, you can leave. You can leave.
I'm the closest. I'm the best thing happening to you right now, Uncle Ben, because I just
honestly, sister, not to swallow my hand. Misty, please, Misty, if you are not going to support me, don't even enter studio.
I tell you what, I just want to help you with the legal terminologies. Then I can leave you. Okay?
Okay, finish me. Let's go.
Okay. So when Honey Babe talked about a legal separation, she was right. Because for you to go through the process of a divorce, you must first separate for a number of, and depending on the jurisdiction that you are resident, some places you should be separated straight for 6 months, some places 8 months, some places 90 days. If you did not reconcile or did not get intimate within that period, that is the period that the law calls decree nisi, which Honey Babe was calling a legal separation. Okay, so you are technically estranged from each other. Yeah, so that is the process of the divorce. When you meet that requirement and you did not reconcile, then the process of divorce can be finalized, which is a decree absolute, the legal term. So within that period, the both parties are separated from each other. The other one has gone on to contract another marriage, which is bigamy, because he shouldn't be marrying anybody at this point in time because there's an existing marriage. He could date, but marrying, that is null and void. It's not legal in the eyes of the law.
Okay. Misty, let me quickly ask this, my sister, since you are making it make sense. Is it legal for a woman during that period of separation to be hanging out in clubs with men who
Okay, so that is not a legal question. I'm sorry to cut you short. That's not a legal question. That is a moral question.
Really?
Yes. It's a moral question that you're asking. And morality in law is totally disregarded when it comes to something like this. Because if you are more concerned about the way Annie is dressed and less concerned about what her estranged husband is doing. He's gone ahead, impregnated somebody else while there's a subsisting marriage. Which one is even worse, morally speaking, if you look at it? Or you're just being sexist and you're like, it's okay for a man to go knock somebody up while they're separated. It's okay with you.
So, Misty, are you saying as a man, if I'm separated from my wife and we were given a period whereby we may still reconcile, and she started jumping on club, wearing all these things, posting them on Instagram, like just like Annie is doing right now. Are you saying I cannot sue for emotional stress?
There's no law for
You're
it.
so funny. I have just told you.
How about suing you first for bigamy?
Exactly.
How about suing you first for bigamy?
The law is not going to address something like that. What is the basis of your claim? What is the ground of your claim?
Law
If
doesn't care
you
about
very
feelings.
much want to be with her within that period, the decree side, then you have to work towards the reconciliation.
Yep.
But if you're not, then
She's doing this. She's causing me emotional pains and stress. This is part of what push. Oh, that one will fly.
Everybody leave the studio. Everybody leave the studio
Yes,
for
I
you.
want to leave the
Everybody.
studio
Everybody
because
leave
let's
the
wait
studio.
for you, but it's not making sense.
Uncle Beno, do you realize he is the one who preempted the separation by putting it on social media? So when you, for instance, let me tell you, if you are married and you have your wife, you decide to separate and you walk out of the house. Okay, you leave the house. There's no agreement that you put in place for your separation, whatever. The law automatically looks at the parent who stayed in the house with the children as the one with the upper hand to have custody of the children. It stops being a 50-50 or shared custody. At that point in time, it becomes 80-20. And so the wife who remained with the children will take 80% of the custody. You who walked away, you take 20%. So you've put yourself at a disadvantage already, because the law looks at you as somebody who is capable of abandoning the family. You literally abandoned the family and walked out.
Okay. So, Misty, just one more question, because I see all these sisters, my sisters are fighting me like mad in the comment right now, and I don't see what I did wrong. Oh. I'm only asking question for educational purposes. So, Joe said, this is those village people speaking through UB. What have I done, people? Anyway, Misty, please, just one more question for you, my sister.
Okay.
Legally speaking, can Annie Idibia go rescue Tuface in this dungeon he has put himself?
So legally speaking, she has no obligation whatsoever to rescue him. Legally speaking, she has no obligation to rescue him.
No, it's not an obligation. I'm just saying, would that be overreaching if she think, right now, Tuface is really in a mess, honestly speaking. And I'm beginning to see the reason why those guys are coming out to tell people what's really going on.
Right.
Remember, Annie have two beautiful girls for Tuface. They are grown now. We have to think about those children's mental health too. The way Tuface is being dragged right now, those children are on the internet too, they can see it. And from all indication, Annie seems like she's still deeply in love with Tuface. She changed her Instagram back to Annie Idibia 1, which means a lot. So,
No, Uncle Ben.
she step
Uncle
in.
Ben.
No, you. That does not mean a lot. Anything. Stop it. Don't use that as a don't use that as a point. No,
I think
we
he's
have
just trying
explained
to
to you.
explain that.
No. We have explained to you. She's been married for this guy for 20 years. Divorce has not been finalized. All her documents and everything is in Idibia. So if she has to get payment for it, I know someone that had to change her social media name to her father's name to be able to collect her payment from Facebook. So she all her business is under Idibia. She has not changed it.
That's
Me,
not
you
what
know,
happened here, though. Can I just explain? That's the point.
Just hold on.
Jesus.
Let's start finish first.
Uncle Ben, but you
May Edoche is still using Edoche. Is she not?
Okay.
Is she living with him? He has going to have 3 kids.
Okay.
You
change
stop.
her name, Uncle
So
Ben.
that's your point,
Uncle
Sister Natu,
Ben,
right? Okay, Abby.
the explanation is not even necessary if she did not change her name. Her name has always been Annie Idibia 1. When you have a verified page, it is almost impossible for you to change your art. The art is what matters.
Okay.
I can go and add my surname to my name right now on Instagram. I can go and add a new whatever, but I cannot change my Abby at Abby Ogunsoya very easily. You can't. You can when you are verified and a celebrity. So she never changed Annie Idibia 1. That has always been a constant. The only thing is that on her bio, she added Idibia when before it was Annie Macaulay. It doesn't matter what you do there. That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. That's why I want to correct. She's always been Annie Idibia 1. She removed Macaulay 3 days ago. and replaced it again with Idibia. Meanwhile, when Tuface referred to her as Annie Macaulay, she changed it to Macaulay. That does not affect anything on social media when you change your bio. It's just updating your bio, nothing else.
So you are telling me of all these days, weeks, and months, she shouldn't have done that. It is when Tuface is collecting basketball that she changed it. And that does not tell you this girl is still in love with her husband.
Let me tell you
Uncle
something.
Uncle Beno.
No, quick question. Let me land. Let me tell you something about people like Annie. And I'm also in that category. We might be in love. We might be doing everything. But the day that we turn our back and say we're not doing. Don't sit down there and be deceiving yourself that she still might be in love with you. She's not. No, she's not. What signs do you have? And have you seen that shows you change of name? Please stop it.
Okay, so Misty, I'm coming to you briefly, please.
Okay.
When we take this poll, I did not read the result of that poll because almost all the sisters said they were all trying to unalive me with their instant answer. They are voting that vote. I don't think. So when I asked if your toxic ex is about to die and you can save him, will you save him? Misty, this is your answer. This is what you said.
Why are you
Misty.
dragging me here now? That was so much earlier in the.
I don't care. God won't catch you now. May you enter studio, Misty. So, Misty, you said not my money. I mean, not my monkey. I don't know whatever this thing means. Not my sackos. What is it, Misty? Then you drop this to infinity. So, Misty, are you saying you are not going to save your ex at the point of death?
Heck no. I'm not Jesus.
None of my business. Look, this is if that was my husband, he put me out there in the cold before the world, embarrassed me, and announced our separation on social media. How do you think I should feel? How do you think I could? At that point in time, Annie was dealing with herself, messed up with the DR thing, and then she had to face this embarrassment before the world. Why the heck am I so worried about his mess right now? She is still herself in the process of recovery. Her priority, let me tell you, her priority, Uncle Beno, should be herself to fully recover, then take care of her children. The other man is a fully grown adult. I would have said of sound mind, but I doubt his mind is sound because he's messed up by that stuff. He has a mother, he has brothers. All these people are older than Annie. Why do you want Annie to be the one to be running to save him? He needs to come to a place where he can realize that whatever is happening to him, he's in a bad place, really toxic, and he needs to extricate himself from there. Nobody can do it for him. He needs to hit rock bottom first. As for the name, you ask that why is Annie still using Idibia? In law, you are allowed to use your husband's name, which you adopted after marriage. You can use it even after the final, after the marriage has been finalized. You can use it. You're not obligated to go back to your maiden name. So one, Annie has built her businesses, her reputation around that name, Annie Idibia. That is how she's known. That is how she has brought money. So the law permits her to retain that name if she wishes. She will, of course, may still be in love with this man because they've been together since they were teenagers. And they have 2 children together. That is a bond that you cannot break. They have 2 children together. That's a forever
And
bond.
that is the reason why you are supposed to save your ex.
Not necessarily. I'm telling you, I'm not obligated to. If my ex is evil and putting me out there in the cold, I don't owe him anything. I really honestly don't.
See, Misty, you don't owe him. We're just talking about.
Yeah, but that's a moral aspect of things, which I can choose.
Sir?
I can choose to do or not do.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask
All
you a
right.
question?
Thank
If
you,
your wife cheated on you, sir, and you ended up
Minister.
separating, and then you heard that she was in a bit of trouble, would you save your cheating ex?
I will. I will be
I
there in a
doubt it
jiffy.
very much,
You
sir.
lie. You lie,
Very
Uncle
much.
Ben. You lie. You lie.
I'll be there.
No, you lie.
No, it just add to the pains. This is how I think people don't really know how to pay people back at times.
I don't
When
think
you
so.
step in and you save them, you add to their pain. You let them
No, you
feel
don't.
they're missing.
No, you don't.
I
For
think
someone
what
to
you
add
I think
to his pain.
when people do that, they actually think that the person is going to say thank you. Let me tell you, you will not get that thank you back. So if you're going to save someone because you want to say, boom, I was the best thing for you, you're not going to get that appreciation. So when it's the same thing when you give to people will not always say thank you. That is life. So when you're now helping someone with this preconceived notion that, oh, I want them to appreciate what they've lost, or I want them to appreciate that I saved them, you are going to be very disappointed.
Do you know what I'm getting from all of this? I'm getting this energy that women wish their toxic ex dead.
No, I know you're going to make it
No,
into a
no,
gender
we
war, but
wish
it's
No, we
ourselves.
karma.
don't.
It's karma.
But we
wish
don't. But we just say
Karma.
We're just
we just
saying,
say
not
go
my
kick
mouth,
rocks without shoes.
not my
Let's
circus.
take it one at a time, please. Sister Nat to go first.
No, we don't wish them dead. We're just saying go kick rocks without shoes.
What's the difference between you don't wish somebody dead when you won't save them if you have the power to do that?
How's that my business? Are you gonna save the whole world?
You can't save
Sister
I'm
Nat,
not
everybody.
Jesus.
You can't save
you
I'm
do
not
everybody.
like this.
Jesus. I'm not
Sister Nat,
Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm not
make una know
Jesus.
We're not
Sorry.
Jesus. So it's the truth. We're not Jesus. We can't save everybody. Even in terms of women that we advocate for that are, you know that Sister Natu, when we're on Auntie B's show, there's many women that will tell a story, Auntie B's talking and they're in the background. We advise them, Auntie B would tell them they still didn't listen and stay and still went back to the husband or the DV person. You
It's
can't save
not
the
about
world.
going, only babe, you are missing it up. This is not
No,
about
you're
going
missing
back.
it. We
It's
can't save
about
everybody.
rescue.
We cannot
It's
save
not
everybody.
only babe. It's not everybody.
We
It's
Uncle
cannot
just
save
Beno.
everybody. We can't.
the
No,
father
I
of
don't
your
agree with. I don't agree
children.
with you. I don't agree with you. Just the thing
Uncle
is, yeah,
Beno.
they're exes for a reason. There's many toxic exes out there. Whether you seriously, especially when it comes to violence,
Ah,
you
God
seriously
bless you,
expect
sister.
someone that experienced DV to now save that person when probably they were, they narrowly escaped with their life. No, you need to be mindful of what you're saying.
Uncle
All
Beno,
right.
do you
Remember,
realize
not
that
And then
everybody.
also,
Sorry.
sir, you have to
Hold
understand
on,
that
please.
even if Annie is supposed to go to help, it has to be Tuface that asks for her help specifically. He has
Do
to
you,
reach out to her. She should not volunteer herself. He should
Lady
ask for
G,
her help.
Lady G, I have the
Uncle
feeling
Beno?
Tuface is already asking for help from Annie. That is why Natasha
Really?
is always in
But
charge of his
you
phone.
are
Really?
speculating. You're
But just
speculating though.
speculating.
And
Okay,
you
over to
cannot.
you.
Annie is still in the process of recovery. You cannot put her put her back in a toxic environment. She will not be very
Exactly.
helpful to him. Like, come on, are you thinking about their two children right now? This man is so messed up. He's not even taking care of those two girls. At least these girls need their mom to be alive and be there. Like, be honest, Uncle Beno. Be fair.
So we're not speculating that he's not taking care of his girls now. That's not speculation, right?
Okay.
No, I mean physically being
Rose.
there with them.
Yeah, Sister Rose, can you please explain this? Nope. Let the new girlfriend save him. He has no new girlfriend. What do you mean by that, Sister Rose?
Tasha, isn't it? Isn't that his girlfriend? They're not married, right?
Sister Rose, is that
Can I ask a question? I want to ask how long most of the panelists have known
Hello.
Annie for you guys to rule Annie as not as hard-headed as Natasha. You guys don't know Annie at
Annie
all.
that will cry all the time on the program.
That means you've only known Annie from 2 years ago. Because if you know Annie's history, you will know that actually she be wary.
Okay, then. Natasha that is nearly 6'2". Natasha seems like the type of person that if she gives Annie one blow, Annie's going flying.
Is it by height?
On that.
Okay, please, everybody. Sister Rose, you want to answer this real quick for me?
Even if he doesn't have a new girlfriend, even if he's by himself, I'm not saving him.
You're not saving him, Sister Rose.
No.
Your name is Rosemary. Really?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Sissy, please rescue me from your sisters. They won't let me land this point. They won't sit with me. Women. It's not. Look, we get it. Men, my gender, they are crazy. They treat you bad. They cheat. They do all of that. But you love them before you marry them. Okay?
Excuse me, Ben. There was a comedian. I'm sorry to interrupt. There was a comedian. He's Mexican. I can't remember his name. His wife gave him his kidney. She and guess what? He left her.
George Lopez. That's George Lopez.
Exactly. He dropped her. And not only did he drop her, he made some very nasty derogatory comments.
Are you serious, Sister Rose? After kidney.
Like a heart attack. Like a heart attack. And men are very fond of doing this. I understand your sentiment. The answer is no. And just like Honey Babe said, many times when if you're looking for a thanks, a lot of times you won't get it.
Sissy.
Hey, Uncle Ben. Hey, everybody.
Look, Sissy.